You are well. Today I'm going to talk about the basic structure of an English sentence. A sentence can be divided into two major parts, subject and predicate. Burton Roberts, a famous writer of a syntax book, has said that a sentence can be divided into two parts, subject and predicate, or a noun phrase or a verb phrase. A subject can be he, she, it, I, we, you, they. That's what we have been learning so far in our schools, at colleges, at universities. But he says a subject can be a noun phrase as well. For example, if I say she is jumping, here she is performing an action. She is doing an action here. So if I convert it into a noun phrase, for instance, a tall girl is jumping. Still, it is a verb phrase or a predicate. Predicate is actually the part of a sentence which tells you about the subject. So still it is a subject because it can be replaced with this word she. It can be replaced with a pronoun. So pronoun can be replaced with a noun phrase, or a noun phrase can be replaced with a pronoun. So that means you have to understand that not only this word, not only this word is a noun phrase. Rather, you have to consider it as a whole. This whole is a noun phrase. Phrase is a group of words actually that may give or may not give some meanings. So here this phrase is a subject, like a tall girl is jumping. Let me extend this phrase, you might understand it in a better way. A tall girl with black long hair is jumping. Still, you see, it is a verb phrase. It tells you about the action, like what is the action actually. And what is this? This is a noun phrase, a subject. That means you simply say she is jumping, or a tall girl with black long hair is jumping. So if I ask you to make a sentence, she is writing, how would you write it in a noun phrase? How would you replace she with a noun phrase? She is writing.
A tall girl with black long hair and black long abaya is writing.
Okay, you just changed a word here with black long abaya. A tall girl, you can change the adjective here, or you can change the preposition here. A brilliant girl in the class is writing something. A brilliant lady, a brilliant girl in the class is writing. That means she is writing. She is writing. So I would write the example here. She is writing. This is a simple sentence. She is a subject and this is a predicate or a verb phrase. So if I want to add an object here, she is writing a story. So here we find three parts actually. This one, and this one actually as a whole is a verb phrase, but in a verb phrase there is a verb and there is a noun. So we have to understand that we can convert this noun or this pronoun, here it can be pronoun, like he is writing it, she is writing it. So here a pronoun or a noun can be converted or can be shifted into a noun phrase. For example, a wonderful story about a lady, a wonderful story about a girl, a horror story about a forest. So do you understand?
Yes.
So if I write, a famous writer of many detective stories is writing a wonderful story about a girl who was in a forest. So you also elaborated the girl who was in a forest, you shifted it into a clause or a noun phrase. You can call it that clause or who clause, and that clause actually is part of that noun phrase. So let me write another example. If I say he is teaching, how would you convert this example? He is teaching. He is teaching. Here, he, and here is teaching. I didn't write what is he teaching. Teaching can be in the subject English, can be Urdu, can be something else.
An intelligent boy.
An intelligent boy is teaching.
With black jacket.
An intelligent boy with black jacket. Are you talking about me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm not that intelligent. An intelligent boy with black jacket with black glasses is teaching. Today I'm wearing a shirt, by the way.
Yes.
So with the blue shirt,
A great teacher it is.
okay, with it's red shirt or maybe a lining shirt is teaching. Teaching what? Teaching a difficult subject English. Okay, that is actually noun phrase. Object
Maybe हो सकता है with his creativity.
with his creativity. Yes, हो सकता है. A brilliant teacher with his creative ideas is teaching. Look, a brilliant teacher with his creative ideas is teaching English. So that's a wonderful sentence, by the way. So when you learn how to convert a pronoun into a noun phrase, you learn the art of understanding a sentence. So in short, Gora or Angrez or a British writer, Burton Roberts, divided a sentence into two parts. First is noun phrase and the second one is verb phrase. But there is a problem. Understanding the structure, you see in a verb phrase there can be a prepositional phrase, there can be an adverb phrase, there can be an adjective phrase. Even adjective phrase can also be part of noun phrase, can also be part of verb phrase, can also be part of, like these are actually mixed like this, just like this. So let me give you an example. If I say he is jumping on the bed. On the bed. So what does that mean? This is a prepositional phrase, and this prepositional phrase is part of this whole verb phrase. So if you write it in a syntactic tree, in a tree diagram, you would simply divide it like this. Here is PP. What is PP? PP is, yes, prepositional phrase. On the bed. Even that can further be divided into on, can be separated, and the bed can be separated like this. The bed. Well, this is not the topic here. I'm not going to explain you the tree diagrams for this lecture only. But I need you to understand how a sentence can be divided into two parts, and when you divide a sentence into two parts, you have to further divide these two parts into further parts. Let me give you an example. Let me analyze this example. So here is a verb phrase. Is that clear? Yes. This is a noun phrase NP, and this is a verb phrase. If I add a prepositional phrase here, like is writing a story in the class. So in the class is actually part of this whole verb phrase. Is it easy to understand?
Yes.
Very easy?
Yes.
Okay, if I say a girl who lives in Pakistan is writing a story. How about this? A girl who lives in Pakistan. So isn't it a verb? Lives in Pakistan. In Pakistan is a prepositional phrase.
Yes.
Lives is a verb. Lives. Actually, this is a sentence. You see a sentence within a sentence. A sentence can be in a sentence. Like she said, I thought I would get a job. There are 3 sentences here. She said one sentence. I thought second sentence. I would get a job is a third sentence. So when you start understanding the structure of English, you start understanding you start comprehending the words. You start understanding the real meanings of the language. You start understanding the pragmatic sense of a structure. Like what does a writer want to say? You find ambiguity there. You find contextual references there. You find a lot of mixed stuff there. So how would you find out the mixed stuff, the real meaning, just by understanding the basic structure? So this was the lecture for today, and I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please share with your friends. Take care. Allah Hafiz.